Casual. Hey, it is great to see you guys, and I know you can't tell on camera, but it's late in the evening, and it's such a mild evening, a slight breeze. If I had a body of water, I'd be in heaven right now. This would be absolutely perfect. This just feels great, and it feels great to have the opportunity to talk with you guys. Just a heads up, I've been out of the office for a few days this week. I'm going to be out for a few more in the coming week, not doing what I wanted to do, but I'm excited that we've had an opportunity to bring you content on both the Shorts channel and our main channel here. So welcome to our Sunday Coffee with Conti. Okay, so let's address the title of this video and the thumbnail right up front. I've kind of skewed my focus at the beginning of this video. I'm still going to share the experience that I had at the autocross. I had a great time, and you're going to see my major screw up, but hey, I'm still learning. That's the important thing. When you go to these autocrosses, you're dealing with people that are, you know, novices like myself, and a very nice lady I met, Pam. She was the only other person there to C8, and it was super cool to see how much fun she was having. She had a non-Z51, no magnetic ride control. I walked up to her, she was getting ready to go out in a session, and I said, hey, do you mind if I ask what mode you're in? She goes, well, I'm in track mode. I go, are you in the competitive mode? She says, well, no, what's that? So I told her. She went out, did that next run, and came back and said this.
I just said, where the hell have you been all my life?
Oh, so the settings helped you, huh?
That setting did, yes.
That was so cool. That was so much fun for me to see the fun that she was having in her car and the extra confidence that she had. So when you're there, you're dealing with people at different levels. A lot of people are much better than I. I'm fortunate. I have a little bit of skills, and I've got some training through Chevrolet, but I've got so much to learn, and I'm enjoying learning it, but I'm out there enjoying my car. Well, I seen some people, and I heard after I left, because the COVID was still kind of dragging me down, and I couldn't make it through the whole day. I couldn't do the session, so I left early, and thank you to the gentleman that called me and told me about this. That's why I wanted to address it right up front in today's video. So other people start pairing up and riding with each other, trying to learn from each other. That's great. You're competing within your class, but you're really, truly competing with yourself. If you go to Ron Fellows, the Spring Mountain Motorsports course in Nevada, if you haven't, please do. I encourage it for everyone. They tell you, you do you. So this one person was riding with Pam and giving her instruction or something, and basically more discouragement than anything. Oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. She got back, she was so frustrated, through her helmet and everything in the trunk, and I don't even know if she finished the day. Pam, if you're watching right now, and I know that you are because you took a selfie with me, thank you so much for that. It's important to remember not to let these negative comments bring you down. I wish I would have been there, because I would have got your butt back on the track. I think it is so cool that you and other Corvette people were there. So my message is for the experienced drivers that go to these autocrosses, don't downgrade the people that don't have the level of experience that you have. And if you're going to offer any words of advice, offer words of encouragement. Like Renee. Renee, I'll tell you what, a national champion, an amazing driver. Had I stayed for the rest of the day, I would have loved to have ridden with you. I know I could have learned something, and thank you so much for the kind words that you said about my abilities. And when I come back off my sessions, I know pretty much what I did wrong, and trying to correct it and apply it to the next time, well, that's the challenge. That's the learning curve. But I'm having a blast, and I hope you enjoy my experience today. And if you're out there, don't let anybody drag you down. You're there. Have a blast. Learn what you can, and be safe. So on today's Coffee with Conti, let me share with you my experience and my screw up. Oh yeah, I screwed up big time, and that's when I threw in the towel and said, okay, I'm done. So I've got some conversation with you guys from inside the car and the PDR. I got a camera mounted on top of the car. That gives you, the PDR is great. It gives you a lot of feedback, but the camera on top of the car, I think, really gives you the perspective of what's going on. You can kind of feel the track, you can feel the speed, you can feel the car turning. That's the camera angle I like, and then I got two other camera angles, and that's our show. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for being here and watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and when you're done watching, make some comments down below. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It is great to share with you the sport, the spirit, the ownership, and the passion of Corvette. Yes, we're going to do some autocrossing today, Owens County Community College, and this course, this is a course. I'll give you a parade lap. There's a lot of chicanes. We got to keep the speed down for legality and so forth, but there's a lot of chicanes, and I was concerned about that, but the guy that took me around earlier, he says, well, Rick, remember, everybody else has got to drive the same course. But this is going to be challenging. This is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you again for joining us today. So as we have in the past, I'll share with you the times as we progress and go through the day. We're going to get 14 runs on this track. And the first couple of times, I'm going to really just kind of take it easy to get familiar with this course. I'm really upset, though, that my son Ryan is not with me, because I know this is the type of thing that he and I have looked forward to. There's some higher speed courses that we're going to try to do yet this year. We had to cancel Pittsburgh, as I talked about, but this one is going to be much more than the recent Lorraine one that we shared with you. This is going to be a true autocross. Excited to share this with you guys.
Rick is sponsoring lunch today, so let's give him a hand.
Yeah. My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Good to be here with everybody.
He needs a little help or something. He's a good driver. I know I've seen him jump pickup trucks before. If he needs a little help or something, make him feel welcome.
Those of you watching right now, I thank you again for the support of my channel, my representation of Corvette, but also being interested and curious about things like this, the sport of Corvette. I mentioned Ron Fellows, Spring Mountain earlier, and that's great, and it's different because you're driving their cars and you're under instruction. But when you're out here and you're in your car, it's a whole different ball game, man. It really is. Real quick, while we've got you guys on PDR, I just want to thank all the clubs and all the workers that are maintaining this event for us. This is a lot of work to do this. It's great for me to participate. Okay, I don't have a GoPro set up inside the car, so I'll talk to you guys through the PDR. Quite an interesting first run. Already I know where I gotta slow down. I overtook some turns there. You may have heard the tires squealing, but a little easier than I thought. All those chicanes kind of mess you up just a little bit. The key is really looking ahead to get set up for the next turn. I'm excited about this. This is cool. Now I'm really bummed that Ryan's not here, because he would just love this course. I've only won a couple of times, and it's probably a good thing Ryan's not here, because when you've got two drivers, it puts extra stress on the car. I'm looking at the temperature of the car. It's up to 212, and the tires already got a warm tire light on. I've got one more run in the first grouping, and then I'll have an opportunity for the car to cool down, which it looks like it's going to need. All right, I don't know if I shared that last run of our first session. I put the... That's me just being anxious and wanting to go, and not thinking about setup, and I put the car sideways. Let's go check out. But no cones. Let's go check out some times. Man, this is so much fun, you guys. Now, it's going to be a bit before we go back out, and we'll set up the GoPro in a couple of different positions so you get a real feel for what this course is and really how challenging it is. Okay, so let's take a look here. It's neat. Okay, here's Ricky. Oh my gosh. 62. Went to 59. Oh, I actually got better even though I put the car sideways at 58.6. And I know some of you watching some of the stuff when I share some of the racing highlights when I do some of these courses, you're thinking to yourself, hey, Rick, I don't mind watching you, but there ain't no way, man, that I'm ever doing that in my car. Okay, go to Ron Fellows, go to Spring Mountain, and then let me know, because that's what did me in. You know, I've waited so long to get my car. I had all these expectations of ownership that I've thrown out the window and just piled on more fun stuff that I'm sharing with you guys on the channel. I don't want to wait another 20 years to do this. I'm kind of, well, yeah, I think I'm kind of reliving my childhood through this car, through you guys on the channel. I mean, when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I always wanted to have a car like this, but also to go do racing and so forth. I watched some of my buddies do this, but I wasn't in a position to do that. So I am now, and yeah, I'm loving every minute of it, man. So I think you guys understand. I'm doing so much in a short amount of time because I've waited so long to get this car. You know, when I was a kid, I loved Porsches, Ferraris, Lambos, Corvettes, and this C8 is all that in one. What a win, man. Okay, C8 lady, I'll be watching your times.
Oh, God, don't. I gotta tell you, is that running?
It is running.
This is only my second season.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, you know what though? Season. You're here doing this, and that's all that matters. If you're having fun and you're staying safe,
thank you.
That's all that matters. It really does. I'll still be watching your times though. She's awesome. All right, so I've been telling you guys how much fun I'm having and sharing the experience with you. I also love coming to these events and helping people. I have my buddy Randy out here. He's got a Z51. Yeah. And we got you in track setting and then pushed your traction control button 2 times and you went into full-blown PTM mode. Didn't realize you had that.
I had no idea.
You're going to actually see how the car responds. The young lady we were talking to earlier, she has a non-Z51 no mag ride, and I asked her, I said, what are you riding in? She goes, I'm in track mode. I go, but are you in competitive driving? She said, no. So when you're in track mode, even if you don't have mag ride and you don't have Z51, push the traction control button 2 times. Now she's going to have a better controlling and handling car out there for her sessions, and she's really excited about being here today too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how our advice helped her out just a little bit.
I just said, where the hell have you been all my life?
Oh, so the settings helped you, huh?
That setting did, yes.
Fantastic.
Very much.
You look good out there, so you feel a little more confident?
Thank you.
Yes, that's all right.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. I'm putting the top up so I stay cooler.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. I love helping people out, and she is so pumped. Now she's really getting the full benefit of that car and the session. Come on, baby, hang on. Well, we've helped some people today. We've had some great conversations. I've had a great time hanging out with all these different Corvette clubs and having the opportunity to share it with you guys today on the channel. Thanks to the people that come up and said, hey, we watched the channel. Hey, thanks for being here. Hey, Rick, thanks for sponsoring lunch. Really, truly was my pleasure to hang out with you guys. My tires, actually, on the edges of the tires when you do these autocrosses, even though the center part has a lot of deep tread, the edges they're like almost melting away, and I could feel my car slipping a lot in some of the turns right now. So you guys know that I was coming off being sick at the time of filming this episode. My car sat for 2 weeks without being driven. And the first day I got in it, I'm like, oh yeah, man, this felt so good, baby. And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow I'm taking you to the track and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. I don't like that turn. Didn't do that too good. Not the last run I wanted to have. I'm not going to share all of that with you guys. I lost control of the car. Lost concentration there for a second. This is all concentration. Lost concentration for a second, then tried to overcorrect myself in the turn while I'm trying to save the car. I initiated the paddles and everything just went bonkers from there. So the tires are getting slick. I'm tired. I think it's time to call it a day. But you know what, though? I've had an absolute blast. I've learned a lot. Great experience for myself. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Ah, boy, I'd like to have one more. I mean, I have 3 more runs I can do, but I'm not going to wait an hour and a half to do them and then have another 2.5-hour drive home. But it would like one more crack. That last run sucked. Just that half a second loss of concentration, and it screwed up everything there. I mean, I just wasn't looking far enough ahead and setting myself up, and I know better than that. So at least I know what I did wrong, and it was way wrong.